Hello, my name's Claire from Conscious Chemo, and today I wanted to share a reflection on the experience I have had. Um, that even though I am single, I can honestly say I have never felt alone during my cancer diagnosis, and I think that's come from my spiritual practice and being able to tune and tap into my deeper part of myself, which you might call source. Um, and when you are able to connect to that place, you're not only you never alone, but it's almost like you've got your own inner fan club or your own inner support. So I can close my eyes and I can actually feel arms wrapping around me, that are arms of light wrapping around me, and that makes me feel so peaceful. And there have been times when I've come off center. My mind's been wild, worrying about something, or perhaps feeling emotional about something. And if you can catch it early enough and just tune in, close your eyes, come into your center, then this feeling of peace arises, and it reminds you that you're not alone. There's a bigger picture. Whatever it is that you're experiencing, it will pass. And it's really okay. It's really part of the journey to observe that what's happening. It's not that we're denying it. It's there. It exists. But then you can almost smile and when you acknowledge it and go, oh yeah, that's just my mind running away. Let's come back. And then you have this peace and this arrival back home. It is a practice. It takes time. I've been practicing, not hugely, but it comes over time. So if you're not there yet, I encourage you just to carve out 5 or 10 minutes a day. I do have some meditations on the Harmonise online studio. There's lots of resources on YouTube and Spotify as well. But it's really a practice of tuning in to a deeper part of yourself. Um, and it's being able to observe when you are wobbling, when you have moved away from the path, so that you catch yourself before you identify with those thoughts so much that you then can't pull yourself back out of it. And if you do notice that you're not able to come back in yourself by connecting to the deeper part of yourself, perhaps through a meditation, or you could do a yoga nidra, anything that brings you back to center, that's when you might pick up a phone and call a dear friend who can talk you down, and then you can come back to your center. And that's why we're in community with this practice, because we're all human and we are all going to come away from our center, and sometimes we'll go to the point where we can't pull ourselves back, and that's okay. But unless you can observe that, you can't do anything about it, and that's when you might then slip into deeper anxiety, fears, depression. But if you can observe it with kindness and love, and just understanding that every human goes through the same thing and has the same experience from different elements. And it's really being kind to yourself. Treat yourself as you would your own child, or your dear somebody that you love dearly. Show that same degree of affection and fondness and love and kindness to yourself. I think that's what I've really experienced during this journey, for the first time actually in my whole life. I think I've always been the person that's tended to go with the flow, put other people perhaps before myself, not really fully understand my own needs, not put in boundaries around those. And I'm learning to do that more and more. And the more I do, the more empowered I feel. And I can still do that in a way that's loving and kindness and thinks of others and is with compassion. So I hope this reflection has helped. Thank you so much for listening. I wish you all the very best on your healing journeys, and I would just encourage you, just watch your mind. When you notice it's running away, come back to your center. It's always there. Your center is there 100% of the time. Now sometimes the clouds might come and cover it, but the sun, your source, your center, your truth is still shining behind, and you can tap into it at any time you choose. And that really is the practice of yoga. So again, you know, you're welcome to go and explore the Harmonise online studio. It's 30-day free trial, but the practice of yoga is really a practice of being able to tune into that deeper part of yourself, which some people call the journey home. So good luck. Hope you find your centre, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.